JGC.edu to get started. Certified to operate in Virginia by Chev.
Still getting around to that fix on your car? You got this. On eBay, you'll find millions of parts guaranteed to fit. Doesn't matter if it's a major engine repair or your first time swapping your windshield wipers. eBay has that part you need, ready to click perfectly into place for changes big and small. Loud or quiet, find all the parts you need at prices you'll love. Guaranteed to fit every time. But you already know that. eBay. Things, people, love. Eligible items only. Exclusions apply.
Ready to order?
Yes. We're earning unlimited 3% cash back on dining and entertainment with the Capital One Saver card, so let's just get one of everything.
Everything?
Fire everything. The Capital One Saver card is at table 27, and they're earning unlimited 3% cash back.
Yes, Chef! This is so nice.
Had a feeling you'd want 3% cash back on dessert.
Ooh, tiramisu.
Earn unlimited 3% cash back on dining and entertainment with the Capital One Saver card. Capital One, what's in your wallet?
Terms apply. See CapitalOne.com for details.
It is messy on the roads as you head out this morning. We have flooding on the roadway at 4145 North, about a mile beyond the ramp from County Line Road. The two right lanes are blocked there, so traffic is moving, but moving slower than usual through that area. Also, some slowdowns on 4145 southbound from Highway Q to the zoo. Then we're also dealing with some debris in the road. That's at 894 West at the ramp from 27th Street. You can expect some lane closures there. And also 43 North, a mile beyond the ramp from Moreland Road, the right shoulder is blocked there due to a crash. Your Storm Team forecast today, heavy rain, partly sunny and warm, a high of 82. Tonight, clear with a low of 65. Wednesday, mostly sunny, a high of 80. Thursday, mostly sunny, also a high of 80 degrees. On Friday, mostly sunny and 84. And on Saturday, mostly sunny with a high getting up to 86 degrees. From the WTMJ Traffic Center, I'm Steph Graham on 94.5 ESPN.
This is Brian Balaga. You're listening to 94.5 ESPN.
94.5 ESPN is WKTI and WKTI HD Milwaukee. A locally owned good The right way to start your day. This is Jen, Gabe, and Chewy.
I don't know. I was just rooting that you were going to somehow spell over wrong.
Okay. I'm not going to spell it for spite.
So where do you want to eat?
Feels like an Arby's night.
Arby's, beef and cheese and... Do you believe in God?
It's not like a word like knife where you could mess it up. Like,
well, I know, that's why it would have been funny.
Over.
I mean, is there really a need for the K?
Yes.
Oh, so you're pretty religious.
Not true.
When you think about it.
Yes.
When God was making the alphabet or spelling words, why did he put a K there?
You think God
Just
created
in
Okay, all right. I don't want to get into theology.
Yeah, Catholic boy over here.
I don't want to dive into
it.
But think about it.
So is it a problem that I'm not really religious?
Not for me.
Why not?
I'm not the one going to hell.
This is Jen, Gabe, and Chewy, broadcasting live from the Gruber Law Office's One Call That's All studios at the Avenue with Gabe Neitzel and Mark Chamorro. Here's Jen Latta.
Running her mouth, she wants to ride it, she's trying to hide it. I'm cool as ever, she's too excited. Her man look like he wanna fight. He ain't doing nothing but running his mouth. Talk about it, we all about it.
They refuse to stop winning.
Who's they?
You know who I'm talking about.
I know.
Your Milwaukee Brewers. 10 in a row, big guy. 10 in a row.
Yep. Burgers would be when.
Today's the tough one. You got Skeens on the mound.
Who cares? They can't hit.
Yeah.
What was the score last night?
7-1.
Like I said, they can't hit.
Pirates had a grand total of 3 hits.
Yeah, I'm not.
Again, it's Paul Skeens.
So who goes in the game after?
For the Pirates?
No, I wouldn't even know. Quinta Colby. I don't know. Who cares? You say a name, I won't even know. I'm saying for the Brewers.
So you have Freddie. Again, they had flipped things around. So Freddie goes up against Skeens today. And then if all goes well, then it's Woody, Brandon Woodruff.
Is that a day game?
Day game, 1:10.
Yeah. Are you a little fair weather? I think you are. I think all you are.
I think you're just trying to make us like you.
I don't think I'm fair weather.
I mean,
I think you realize you're missing the boat now.
No.
And you're trying to throw accusations wildly.
I'm like running the relay, and I'm the last guy to run. I'm going to watch at some point in time. It's just the second guy is running right now, so I'm just stretching.
As far as analogies go, I feel like that's probably one of your better ones.
Which is fair.
Like, he's on the team, Josh. It's not his turn to run yet.
No, he's rooting against it because he wants to laugh at us not getting burgers. We all know the truth.
No. This time I didn't know they were sponsored. Now let me workshop that.
Give you a moment to think about it. But again, so just weird things continue to happen. And I guess this isn't even weird, but just funny things. Like Andrew Vaughn, who we seemingly talk about every day because he's driving in a run just about every game for the Brewers, did it a little differently last night in terms of driving in his run as he squeezed home a run. Squared up to bunt, threw one down the first base side, runner scores from third, sack bunt for our guy, Big Andy Vaughn.
Yeah. Good pickup.
But here's the funny part. He's not sure if he's ever bunted in a major league game. Here's what he said after the game.
How many times have you executed that play in the big leagues?
I don't think any. I think that was my first time.
Can you remember the last time you actually tried dropping down a bunt?
No.
When was the last time you practiced a bunt?
Everyday MVP.
Okay, all right.
Dude never bunts. It just squares up and lays one down last night to squeeze in a run.
Hey, the more you can do.
Squeeze in a run.
How did
That's
he get
insane.
here? Who was the pitcher that complained and
Aaron
why?
Savali.
And why did he complain?
Because
Miz?
Yeah, so he was going to be relegated out of the starting rotation, and he wanted to be a starter. He is set to be a free agent, so he felt it was easiest to maximize his value if he went somewhere where he could be a starting pitcher. So the Brewers promptly traded him to the Chicago White Sox.
So he did not fit in Murph's
that's correct.
coaching.
Yeah.
Little self-praise. Little all
well,
about
he just
me.
And again, like everybody is bought in. That's the only way this thing for the Brewers works.
Yeah.
If 1 through 26 is bought in, and Savali wasn't, Andrew Vaughn, since he's been called up, because he was in AAA when the Brewers acquired him.
Yeah.
Like, he was so bad, again, going back to what he was for the White Sox, he was so bad for the White Sox that they had given up on him and sent him down to AAA.
But there's a little bit of fate there. The gods are kind of on our side. If he didn't complain, he would have never left, and we would have never got Vaughn. And
that's correct.
That's why I think Aaron Savali deserves the key to the city.
I would agree. And Craig Counsell.
Do you think he would show up? Do you think Savali would show up? Or we would probably have to do that with him in absence.
Maybe you have Andrew Vaughn accept it. I don't know. Andrew Vaughn, when asked about getting Aaron Savali a Christmas gift, he didn't find that very funny. I believe Cameron Maben did that on
Foul Territory.
Yeah.
That show.
He doesn't seem too thrilled with that. I don't know how to read Andrew Vaughn. That guy's he's as flat as can be.
You know what's not flat? His bat. It's just launching dingers.
It was yesterday.
Lay down that bad boy. Lay down that bunt.
Yeah, but if the bat was flat, it'd be better. It'd be easier to hit the ball.
Yeah, it would be.
Okay.
Mhm.
Yeah, yep. But you'd be playing cricket instead.
Feels like that would hurt too.
What?
Like the vibration of a flat bat.
I don't think so.
Yeah, I think so. Yeah.
I don't know if it'd hurt worse than.
Yeah, then if you get like jammed with a regular bat, like if you
Well,
break
then
your
why
bat, hit
does-
one off the logo, something like that.
Why does an aluminum bat hurt much more than a wooden bat when you hit it wrong?
Because the wooden bat will break. And that kind of absorbs a lot of it. You know, like if you get jammed, it'll break, whereas the aluminum bat won't. And then you
It
get
just
those
sends the vibrations.
you
to your
get
hands.
those vibrations into your hands. And then on a cold day, you don't feel your hands for about 3 innings.
Are you going
Good
to
luck.
today's game?
I am not going to today's. I am going to tomorrow's.
Why wouldn't you go to today? Today's a good game.
Yeah, because I wasn't even planning on going yesterday. Like I had tickets. So my mother is retired. Well, my dad's retired now too.
Yeah.
Shout out to my dad,
Keith,
who does not like parties, by the way.
Oh, well,
he doesn't.
What does that mean?
Well, so we threw my dad a retirement party on Sunday. His last official day was Thursday. So we were, and it wasn't anything big. It was just me, my sisters, their kids, and then like his brothers and sisters, my aunts and uncles who still live in the Wisconsin area. So we had a little gathering, smoked a pork shoulder, had a little pulled pork for the meal. And he said during this, not that he wasn't grateful or thankful that everyone had gotten together, but he just felt like, well, why are we throwing a party? I feel like I quit something. Like this doesn't feel right. I shouldn't be celebrated.
Right up my alley. Me and Keith are in lockstep. Is it Keith?
Mark is his real name.
Jason calls him
Jason.
Keith.
Jason accidentally called him Keith.
I should have known that probably. His name was Mark. That's like me. When I die, I don't want to be sad. I'm going to put like a couple $1,000s in the will to say, hey, drinks are on me. Have a blast. Tell stupid stories about me.
Yeah. Well, retirement, you've done it once. You talk about your retirement from
Let me
this
just
job.
say this. I've never been just because my wife says I've been retired for 30 years doesn't mean I've been retired. Okay? Just because I don't have to apply for jobs and things like that and go through the interview process does not mean I am retired.
Okay, I'll go with you. So what do you qualify yourself as?
A grinder.
All right,
I know
that was a
this
stupid
is
question
fake
on me.
to a lot of people, but Josh, when you got to wake up at 4:50 in the morning, it's not fake.
I wake up at 4 in the morning, and I'm happy to do it. We're very lucky to do our jobs. I've done a lot of other jobs, as have you, that aren't nearly as fun as this one we get to do for 2 hours every single day and hopefully entertain people.
Now, if I decide to take a nap at 1 o'clock in the morning or 1 o'clock in the afternoon, and you happen to text me because I've been up for 8 hours already, that shouldn't be a problem, should it?
Look, I don't think so, but also what you're describing is the life of a retired man.
Yeah.
I don't think so.
I mean, again,
it's just my clock's a little different.
So my dad was already talking about getting a part-time job, right? Then that's what this is for you. You're just a retired guy. This is your part-time. Instead of greeting people at Walmart, you're greeting me and Joshy and, getting made fun of for 2 hours every day.
Where you're wrong is the text chain makes it full-time. And the fact that, sports are pretty cool.
Yeah. Oh, boy. He just realized.
I watch them sometimes.
Okay. I was about to say, he was about to say something, then realized, oh, wait.
Gabe,
yes,
let me ask you this.
Yep.
When you watch a Packer game, is that work?
Technically, yes. Yeah. Mm-hmm.
I will say I watched the Packers with a more critical eye than I would before this job. And I pay more attention to, storylines. Whereas in the past, I would go to a bar with my friends, have a good time, and I might miss a defensive drive. That's not happening anymore.
No.
Okay, which brings us to this point, though. Can it be work if you're drinking wine while watching the game?
See, I think if our bosses were to look at Gabe and I and say, it's fine for you to drink a bottle of wine during the first half, I don't think that the same rule would apply to Chewy. They don't want us doing that. I guess they can't control us what we do in our free time.
You got to go on the air, don't you?
Before.
Well, before, yeah. So last year, not that I was getting hammered and blacked out drunk, but I might enjoy a champagne, a beer.
Sure.
Yeah, during the game.
Yeah.
But if I'm doing that, I don't know if I can go, that's work. When I'm watching,
let me tell you what. I used to work for Massachusetts DPW.
They're having some bevies.
These guys were getting hammered. Okay.
Yeah.
Driving around in the truck picking up trash.
Think of a sales job ever.
Yes.
That's fair.
Okay.
Boozing all the time. Not that there's anything wrong with that.
No.
So, no, I'm not retired.
You're more retired than employed.
I disagree. That's close.
Considering the text chain work is out of control, you send something in there that isn't picking on me or Gabe once a week, maybe.
But that's part of the show, right?
I mean, typically, I feel like you'll binge the text chain.
Yes.
Because you kind of ignore it, And then there's about a 15-minute window every day where we've got your attention.
I shine in the text chain on Friday and Saturday nights.
Yeah, after
I mean, that is your best. Unfortunately for the listeners, that's your best work. Although maybe fortunately for the show, it's also kept behind. Correct. It's
so
that's kept behind.
I consider
private.
myself on call. I'm on call.
The one time you were on call, you fell asleep.
Yeah, but that was late.
Yeah. See, being on call means that you would be ready to jump on air at any given moment. And the fact of the matter is, when that clock hits 8:57:50, you're not on call until 7:01 the next day.
Chewy, there is a unwritten rule here, and this might be something you learn about as I say it, that we're not to contact you after 5 p.m. because we know what happens after 5 p.m.
I won't respond. I'll read it, not respond unless it's a Friday or Saturday. But after, I will not look at my phone after 7.
I'm saying if we want to get you on the air for any reason, I remember during Scalzo and Bruss, some of the other shows that run later, it's, hey, if you want them, it's got to be earlier in the afternoon.
Yes. Because I know, everyone has a beep to their text.
Yeah.
If it goes beep, and then 20 seconds later, beep, beep, I know it's you guys. And I'll sit there and go, on the couch, I'll be like, I don't have the strength. I just don't have the strength to get up and go look at the phone.
You know what that sounds like?
What?
A retired person.
You're right.
I'm just saying, like you're making your own case against yourself. I don't know how you consistently do that, but
what's another job that's considered like not a job?
I mean, I have been told by friends that I don't have a real job for a long time.
So have I.
Again, but here's the thing, though. Like, I see how you walk around now. Like, football's a real job with later in life consequences to your body.
Why? You've noticed that? My wife said it to me last night.
Well, you're a little stiffer.
Hobble?
A little bit. I mean, again, your knee's been bothering you.
Really?
Again, it's not like super, because I see you every day. I feel like it becomes a little more noticeable. Like if I hadn't seen you for a month, probably wouldn't notice.
But comparatively, it's good. Because if you watch Frank and you watch all the guys I played with.
Oh, yeah. I'm not saying it's bad, but I'm just saying that football did some damage to your body. And that I would say that football is a real job.
I'm getting a little sick of working out, too. Is working out overrated?
Really?
It's just like you do the same thing. It's just like
I thought that was part of the stability in your life, the routine.
Yeah, but it gets like anything. I mean, people that fish all the time got to be like, I'm sick of fishing. This is kind of catch it and throw it back. What the hell is that all about?
Well,
have you ever felt that way about golf?
No.
Why?
Because I love it.
Stupid.
Again, people think I'm crazy. So I do the 100 holes for the MAC Fund every year. It's always on a Thursday. Play 100 holes. Chances are, I think there's only one time where I haven't played golf the next day.
What if somebody shoot a bad round? You want to go back the next day and play again?
Yeah.
Okay.
Get that bad round out of you. But I've been playing terribly lately. I'm looking forward to Thursday, Friday, Saturday, going up to the Island Resort and Casino and playing 72 holes in 3 days.
You'll get there because you'll get ADD and you'll be like, you'll be at 8 holes and you'll be like, get me out of here.
I don't know if that's going to happen to him.
No?
You have a miraculous ability to take something that happens to you and think everyone else experiences the same.
Yeah. You're not going to want to hear this.
Doesn't? What?
You know who else does that?
Who?
The home slice.
Homer?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Had to me and some of the producers we worked with back in the day on Homer and Gabe had to explain to Homer about how just because something he experienced doesn't mean it's something that everybody experienced.
Really?
Yeah.
I think you're wrong.
Like to project things that specifically happen to you onto other people.
I think you guys will get there. Huh?
I don't. There is an older gentleman that I have played with a handful of times at Brown Deer Park.
Yeah.
He literally plays every day. Like he's out there every day. He is retired. That's what he does every day. He goes out and he plays golf at Brown Deer.
Yeah, but old people just want to talk to other people. I don't want to talk to anybody. Would you agree?
And this was a weird thing to do for your part-time job while you're retired. Because you just talk for 2 hours.
Yeah, and I'm talked out for the day.
Oh, I'm sure. Yeah.
So I'm good.
Because, I mean, you talk to Joshy, me, and Jen every day.
Yeah.
And that's good? You're good with that?
I think I have...
It kind of gets it out.
A threshold of words that I need to get to.
I think Angie would be concerned if you weren't doing this because now you actually just get to interact with people instead of just watching Ice Road Truckers.
So you're saying if I don't do this, I go to the gym, I'll talk a lot more to people in the gym. I'm spending 3 hours in the gym because there are people that go to the gym and spend 3 hours.
They just go around, they're not working out, and they're just chatting to people.
They try to eyeball you and talk to you, you know?
You ever thought about wearing sunglasses so they can't make eye contact? Be that guy wearing sunglasses in the gym?
Well, I could go with the earbuds, but the problem is you got to carry your phone around in your pocket, and that is so annoying.
And they probably don't make a bicep band to put your phone in.
I guess I could just put
enough.
the earbuds in and just listen to nothing and pretend that I am just like shake my head. Like, what are you listening to? Nothing?
Steely Dan?
Yeah.
That would always be the answer. We got to get to Jason Wilde because there are some Packers news and notes that we need to get to from yesterday's practice that was only open to the media. We will talk to Wilde about that coming up next. But I do want to tell you about Pella Windows and Doors of Wisconsin. When you want long-lasting comfort and reliability, it's easy to trust Pella. Every piece specifically instructed for you and your home, always designed with innovation, rigorously tested for quality and performance to last for years, and built to create long-term energy savings. We just got our new front door last Wednesday, installed right there in the front. I love it. I love the way it looks. Really makes everything look that much better. And I loved going through the process with Pella, making sure we had the right color for a front door, making sure it was going to go with everything that we wanted. And, of course, it's a much better front door than we had before, so we're getting those energy savings. If you order by August 31st, get 0% interest for up to 5 years. Visit PellaWI.com today.
More Jen, Gabe, and Chewy coming up on 94.5 ESPN.
We are seeing slowdowns all across the system due to crashes and disabled vehicles. Let's start here to the north. Flooding on the roadway on 4145 North, about a mile beyond the ramp from County Line Road. The 2 right lanes are blocked there, causing some significant slowdowns there on 4145 northbound. Then we are also seeing slowdowns on 4394 North, about a mile beyond Howard Avenue. The left shoulder is blocked due to a crash there. And also 43 northbound, about a mile beyond the ramp from Moreland Road in the New Berlin area. The right shoulder is blocked due to a crash there, and cars are moving pretty slowly through that area. Lakeland Supply is in business to make your business better. Set up a free packaging and supply chain assessment at lakelandsupply.com. I'll look at your storm team forecast today. Heavy rain, partly sunny and warm, a high of 82. Tonight, clear and 65. Wednesday and Thursday, mostly sunny and a high of 80. And on Friday, mostly sunny with a high up to 84 degrees. Weather is brought to you by the Harley-Davidson Foundation's Rev and Rumble Boxing Night, free at Davidson Park, Saturday, August 23rd, 3 to 8 p.m. Fights, food trucks, and family fun. More details at revandrumble.com. From the WTMJ Traffic Center, I'm Steph Graham on 94.5 ESPN.
On this show, it's always football season.
Now, the great thing is it's preseason 1. You get a joint scrimmage that you get to get some work in down in Indy, and you get to play in another game that will flush this.
Wilde and Tausch, presented by Pella Windows and Doors of Wisconsin.
Because I can promise you, you go out and play well in Indy this week. It won't be forgotten, but it'll be in the distant rearview mirror of what this season's going to look like.
Weekdays from 9 to noon on 94.5 ESPN, ESPN Milwaukee's YouTube channel, and the ESPN Wisconsin app.
It's Jason Wilde from Wilde & Tausch. Upgrade your industrial supply services with Lakeland Supply, your trusted ISO-certified partner for custom packaging, shipping supplies, janitorial, and safety supply solutions. With over 40 years of industry excellence, Lakeland Supply is a proven one-stop source with over 95% of their products made in the U.S., and they treat their customers like family. Personalized service with a national reach. That's what Lakeland Supply does. Visit lakelandsupply.com to discover how they can make your business better.
Is your business ready to take the next step? At Fifth Third Commercial Bank Wisconsin, our team of local experienced advisors is here to propel you forward. We understand your needs and offer in-depth expertise, cutting-edge technology, and tailored solutions to streamline your cash collections, automate payments, and safeguard your assets with top-notch fraud mitigation tools. Contact Fifth Third in downtown Milwaukee today. Let's eliminate the non-value ad work so you can focus on what truly matters, growing your business. Fifth Third Bank National Association. Custom solutions built around your goals. Member FDIC.
James Imaging Systems, your local business technology partner. When Tri-City National Bank decided to optimize their print output strategy, they needed a resource with the expertise to recommend a solution. CIO Robert Prang.
And James helped us with that analysis of what our print consumption was and what we were doing.
The outcome of the James Imaging Systems Managed Print Services recommendation?
We ended up reducing down to about 97 total printers and copiers from 197.
The impact on your print output?
We eliminated over 500,000 pages a month of output that we figured out we really didn't need.
Month after month, that adds up to savings and value.
Oh, tons of value. Those numbers add up even when it's only a penny or so per page.
Managed Print Services from James Imaging Systems. AI-driven workflow automation, security enhancements, and digital transformation. To learn more, visit jamesimaging.com.
Kevin Moret here for Mentality. Listen up, gentlemen. You're fighting an unfair battle. Studies show testosterone levels in men have plummeted by 25% in just 2 decades. That's why you're struggling with energy, muscle, and drive. But here's a game changer. Mentality's FDA-approved treatments boost testosterone by 30% on average. Imagine reclaiming the vitality your grandfathers had. Picture turning heads, dominating your career, and feeling unstoppable again. Don't settle for today's normal. Seize the day at mentalityhealth.com/radio. That's mentalityhealth.com/radio.
Ready, down, put.
All Packers, all the time.
He was a field tilting player, and the reason why Gabe and many others are so concerned is that this guy's on the field, he changes the offensive dynamic. They are a different offense when he is there.
Okay, most of the time.
You know, Homer calls Matt LaFleur soft all the time. Matt LaFleur is like Vince Lombardi compared to me.
It's Jason Wilde on Jen, Gabe, and Chewy. Brought to you by Exterior Pros. Ready to tackle your home improvement project this year? Exterior Pros and Baths is here to help you score big with quality home exterior and shower upgrades. Visit extpros.com. Also brought to you by Lakeland Supply. Lakeland Supply is in business to make your business better. Set up a free packaging and supply chain assessment at lakelandsupply.com.
He is our friend. He is our teammate. He is Jason Wilde. Joins us 3 times a week here on Jen, Gabe, and Chewy. Good morning, Jason.
Good morning, dudes. How we doing?
What's up, bro, Chacho?
Luscious. Jason, question for you. We'll get right into it.
Is good because I don't want to hear that luscious again.
Is Elton Jenkins' negotiation over? Because I would think he gained a little leverage with the fact that Jacob Monk really can't play football.
Well, Jacob Monk certainly can't play guard. It appeared, and it looked like. And I was talking to Sean Ryan yesterday about this. I still think Sean Ryan is fine at guard, but at center, like, he got beat on the sack that caused the fumble, right?
Mm-hmm.
For the touchdown. Like, and he was saying, I just have to. And look, again, your boy Frankie, who I saw at practice last week, 2 weeks ago, and I asked him if he was going to come see you, but it was out of his way, so he wasn't going to come. He would know this as well as anybody. That split second of snapping the football makes all the difference in the world in terms of getting your hands on your guy and everything else. And Sean Ryan, despite having, worked there in camp extensively, did not do a very good job of that by his own admission. And so now you're looking at Elton and going, boy, their 2 backup options are less than stellar. Maybe you should have just taken care of the guy. But no, I don't think he's going to pull a Sterling.
Yeah.
And decide to hold out on the eve of the opener, but he would be justified in doing so, I would argue.
Yeah.
He would certainly have a case, but no, I think that ship has largely sailed, and I think what they basically told him was, look, you get off to a good start, and we can have a conversation about doing something. Because remember, and Gabe, you said this, and I've seen Justice Mosqueda and some other people on the Twitter machine say this, and I'm kind of like, yeah, no kidding, I know. This is not about cash. It's about structure for him, and I think he understands who he works for. So, which is exactly why he wanted to do what he did with his contract. Like, he's ready to finish his career somewhere else. Pretty much every Packer in this era is going to have to face that reality. There aren't going to be a lot of third contracts so you can play your entire career with one team. So he gets it. But, this was the argument all offseason. And they don't want him to be on the roster next year with a $24 million cap number.
Mm-hmm.
So it's either figure out something else or just not have him on the roster at all. And right now, based on what we saw from one preseason game, which is not the end-all, be-all, they don't have an option behind him that you should feel good about right now.
I do want to get into the preseason game, Jason, and I guess the head coach's philosophy behind it. But first, I feel it's more important to ask about Jayden Reed. How concerned should I be, and how much more information do you expect to get as to why he's in a walking boot when Goody and LaFleur talk later today?
Yeah, I mean, you shouldn't be concerned at all because you've been very clear on how you don't feel like this team and this coaching staff values him. But I think this is probably a good thing, frankly, for him, to kind of remind this team that he does have value and he is an important piece. And, I don't think they have anyone quite like him, right? I mean, we all are enamored with Matthew Golden and his skill set, and there's no doubt about it. He is a talented cat. I did go to Jayden Reed as directed by one Gabriel Bartholomew Neitzel. And after family night, say, hey, have they pigeonholed you as a slot guy? And he said, I don't think so. But then he said it feels like that a lot though, which I thought was honest of him. But that was the night that, what did you have him as? 10 snaps, and they were all at
all in the slot.
In the slot.
Yep.
Yeah. He did say that he has played outside more this camp than he ever had before in the previous two camps. So I said, what does that mean? Do you feel like they're going to use you more out there? And he said, well, you would think so, because they're practicing me out there more. And then obviously he had this foot thing come up. So I don't know, to be clear, I don't know what exactly is wrong. He was very evasive.
That's what makes me worried, Jason. The fact that everybody is not being forthcoming is what makes me nervous.
Maybe it's just a bunion and he's embarrassed.
Maybe he's got gout.
Well, I can certainly identify with dealing with a foot issue, and I'm on a limited return to play today. I'm going to be at practice, so but I'm going to have to be very careful with how quickly I walk to and from Rainichke Field, and I think there might be some rain today, so that could also complicate my walk. I'm going to try and wear real shoes, so I'm excited about that. But look, I still think he's a more important piece than maybe we feel like he is based on how he was utilized last year. I go back to what LaFleur said, and that was, that he was really banged up at the end of the season. And I think we've seen him, right? I mean, it always feels like he's dealing with something. And LaFleur's point was, if we can take some of these hits that he absorbs off of him with some of the stuff that they use him as, like he's, for example, pigeonholing him as a slot guy or sending him around on jet sweeps to get blasted by a linebacker on the edge if he doesn't get the corner on him. I mean, that's adding to what he deals with. Whereas, I'm not saying you can't get hurt running an outside route, because you certainly can, but it's less frequent than if you're in the slot and you're basically bracing on your little, dig route or whatever it might be that you're going to get whacked. So I think they can do some things to make things better for him. I do think he's an important piece of what they do, but I don't know what his timeline is going to be. I would argue that he's going to be. He didn't sound like he was concerned about playing in the opener. It sounded more like he was trying to avoid telling us what was actually wrong. But again, that is purely conjecture on my part.
Jason, my takeaway from the game, and I know it's preseason, but my takeaway is this. If you have one of the better rosters in the NFL, you don't get blown out like that because your number two, if you have one of the best rosters or top 10 or whatever you're going to call it, your backups are supposed to be pretty damn good. So, and I know it's preseason, but are we overvaluing this roster or were they just not ready to play?
No, well, first of all, it might be both, right? Those aren't mutually exclusive. And yes, I mean, I've been around long enough now to know that back in the good old days of the Three Amigos, you guys had such a good roster. You guys won in the preseason all the time because your 2s and 3s were just far superior to other teams' 2s and 3s, and that's definitely not the case now. Which, again, there's nobody other than maybe Xavier McKinney, who has been a bigger Bo Melton fan than me, probably Bo's brother and his parents. But like when he's not only was he kind of next man up at corner once they pulled the starters, but on top of that, like he was one of the guys that got the rest of the night off fairly quickly. Like that tells you where he's at on the roster, and I don't mean that in a derogatory way toward him, but he's not that far from having to play in a real game at corner, right? So that just isn't super terrific for how you've built your roster. So again, they believe in their philosophy. Goody was very clear after the 2023 season that's solidified for him that you play young guys, you deal with the growing pains, you deal with them struggling, so you can, by the end of the season, they are real NFL football players. Well, if that's your philosophy, then they're going to be pretty crummy in preseason, right? A lot of these young guys that are playing. So, again, this is what he believes. Maybe it will bear fruit, and they'll win a Super Bowl this year or next year, and we'll all be saying how this is the new money ball for football, and this is the really smart way to go. But again, I'm going to reserve judgment on that because I'm still a skeptic.
Well, as far as the preseason game goes, Jason, how upset can Matt LaFleur really be with his team when over the course of his time as the head coach of the Packers, he's shown that these games aren't that important. He doesn't play his starters. They want to take the approach of it's more important to be healthy than to be necessarily as ready as you possibly can be. So when the team, especially the starters, don't prepare themselves to be ready for that, like how upset can he actually be when they're just taking their cues from him in how important preseason games are?
It's a great question. I did find myself wondering if he was being theatrical about how angry he was. I mean, when I'm the calming voice of reason in a press conference, we're off the rails a little bit. Like I mean, you can hear it in the clip. I literally say to him, man, I know you're pissed, but and he cuts me off, which is usually a good strategy because obviously my questions aren't exactly short. But like you're missing your top 3 wide receivers. You don't have McKinney. You don't have Hobbs. Like, can we really make any major judgments on your ones when you play that way? Like, I'm sorry, I don't think so. Yeah, Romeo dropped the ball. Heath dropped the ball. I think I had him for 4 total drops. Like that.
Hardman had a drop.
Hardman had quite the evening. There's no doubt about that. But again, he was, whether he was acting or it was authentic, he was, I thought, way more pissed off than I was anticipating. I don't quite understand what he was going for there. And then, he talked, I couldn't believe he said this to us on Sunday, that his plan was play the starters, have them do the joint practice on Thursday in Indy, but not play in the game, and then have them do the joint practice and play in the game the following week with Seattle. And he is he going to play them now in Indy, even though he planned not to? Because I'll say this, like, if he's that mad that he's going to change his plan with that and put those guys at risk in a game that he wasn't originally intending to play him in, and somebody suffers a serious injury, there's going to be hell to pay, right? I mean, he's going to be criticized like nobody's business. So I would hope that the overreaction does not lead to him doing something that he wasn't intending on doing, because to me, that's a recipe for trouble.
Jason, what kind of camp is Kraft having? Because I don't know, there hasn't been a lot of chatter.
Yeah, kind of quiet, but we know who he is, right?
Yeah.
It just feels different than last year when Musgrave had a quiet camp after he was, like, as Ron Wolf would say, the girl with the curl that everybody was paying attention to in his first camp. Like, remember when we were, like, one of the topics was how he ran, like, at a higher miles per hour than any other player on the roster. Remember that?
Oh, yeah.
In 23. He's just I'm not saying he's just a guy, but from a camp perspective, like, your eyes aren't drawn to him. And in Tucker Kraft's case, I wasn't at practice yesterday, but I know he, slipped and fell on a what would have been a touchdown catch. So I don't know if it was intercepted or just broken up, but I think he kind of knows who he is. They know what he is. He played like 85% of the snaps last year. So I think what they've done is kind of devoted some extra time to some of the other guys at tight end, to find out more about Ben Sims, to find out more about John Fitzpatrick. And so I don't think it's any reason for concern, but there definitely has not been any buzzing or gushing during gush season about it.
And then lastly, Jason, before we let you go, Jordan Love, left thumb injury, apparently, with it being taped up yesterday at practice. Not really a high level of concern, right? Because it's the non-throwing hand?
Well, yes and no. And again, Jordan didn't talk yesterday, and he didn't even come in the locker room because I wanted to. I was going to grab him as he walked through and say, "Hey, how much of a concern should this be for those of us that are writing about it?" But he didn't even come through because, look, it does matter, right? Like, there are handoffs that you hand off with the left hand, and he did it with his right hand, according to those that were there. So yeah, that to me that is an issue. Again, I do find it humorous that Brett Favre played with a broken thumb on his throwing hand twice, and he was the ultimate Iron Man and the ultimate tough guy. And Rodgers broke his thumb in London in 2022, and all we did was say, "Boy, he sucked in 22." So I don't understand it. And now we like Jordan, so now we're very worried about his left thumb, which he is not left-handed. But I don't get the sense that they're overly worried. But again, you saw Rob Domofsky's picture after practice. I mean, if it's Matt LaFleur and Nate Weir and Flea and Love is there flexing his left hand after practice, I'm sorry, that's at least some concern. The head coach and the athletic trainers don't hang out after practice to look at the quarterback's hand if they're not a little bit worried about it.
Yeah, which is fair. And also makes me think he's not going to play this weekend with the Packers in Indianapolis.
No, I wouldn't think so.
Jason, appreciate it. Look forward to hearing more from you. Wilde and Tausch coming up 9 a.m. this morning here on ESPN Milwaukee.
All right, guys, take care. Be good.
Jason Wilde joins us 3 times a week here on Jen, Gabe, and Chewy. Cheez-It, the legendary snack cracker. It is now available as a frozen pizza. I finally got my hands on one of these bad boys a week ago. Had one last week. It's exactly what you think it is. It's in a square because, it has to be, right? It's Cheez-It. And you get the Cheez-It flavored cracker crust, square-shaped, ultra-thin, super crispy. In fact, the crust is so thin, it only takes 8 minutes to bake. And then you get that Cheez-It flavor. I had the pepperoni, but you can also get the Cheddar Jack Supreme Italian 4 cheese. It's exactly what you're looking for. Whatever you're picturing when it comes to eating a Cheez-It frozen pizza, it's exactly that. Because the cracker, it tastes exactly like it. In fact, my favorite little parts of it, kind of, when you're making a frozen pizza, the outside crust, like right on the edge, gets just that little bit more firm than everything else. Oh, it was just that perfect Cheez-It flavor when you're eating that crust. Can't recommend it. Find Cheez-It frozen pizza in your favorite grocer's frozen pizza section. Cheez-It frozen pizza from our friends at Palermo's.
Jen, Gabe, and Chewy are back after this on 94.5 ESPN.
Seeing significant slowdowns all across the system due to crashes and flooding here on the roadway, 4145 northbound, a mile beyond the ramp from County Line Road. The two right lanes are blocked there. We're also seeing slowdowns on 43 southbound through the Shorewood area. We did get news from a texter about some possible flooding through there. And then 4394 north, about a mile beyond Howard Avenue, the left shoulder is blocked due to a crash there. That's causing some significant slowdowns. So on the Rock Freeway, give yourself some extra time. 43 north, about a mile beyond the ramp from Moreland Road, the right shoulder is blocked due to a crash there. Looking at your storm team forecast for today, heavy rain, partly sunny and warm, a high of 82. Tonight, clear with a low of 65. Tomorrow, mostly sunny with a high of 80. Same for Thursday and Friday, mostly sunny, high 84. Weather's brought to you by The Pickler, Menominee Falls, opening August 16th with 9 indoor courts and unlimited pickleball play. Lock in your Founders membership now at thepickler.com. From the WTMJ Traffic Center, I'm Steph Graham on 94.5 ESPN.
Back to school means back to savings with Exterior Pros and Baths. Right now, get $3,000 off your roofing, your siding, your windows, or your bath project during the fall savings event. Don't wait. Call 262-800-4274 or visit extpros.com to claim your $3,000 savings and book your free estimate. Exterior Pros and Baths, Wisconsin's trusted home improvement experts. Trust the pros.
At Uline, they know firsthand the road to success is an uphill climb. Uline started in the family basement, and through hard work is now North America's most trusted shipping and industrial supplier. They get what it means to have the support of reliable, hardworking partners. So they keep 41,000 items ready to ship. Whether your company is still in a basement office or expanding cross-country, Uline will be there on your road to success. Visit uline.com.
Escape to Lake Lawn Resort in Delavan, Wisconsin, where everything is better at the lake. Dive into endless outdoor activities, including boating, fishing, and paddleboarding on the serene Delavan Lake. Tee off at the lakeside Majestic Oaks Golf Course, or unwind in the award-winning Calidora Spa. Enjoy gourmet meals at 1878 on the lake, casual bites at the Lookout Bar and Eatery, and sweet treats at the Isle of Capri Cafe. Explore Delavan Lake's stunning shores and historic landmarks from the comfort of their 76-foot cruise boat, the Lake Lawn Queen. Book your stay today at LakeLawnResort.com.
Turn your driveway into the basketball court of your dreams with Precision Sports, Southeastern Wisconsin's dealer for Mega Slam, Ironclad, and Dominator hoop systems. From installation to customizable painted court lines, Precision Sports is a slam dunk. PrecisionSportsOnline.com.
This is an ad by BetterHelp.
These days, it feels like there's advice for everything. Cold plunges, gratitude journals, screen detoxes. But how do you know what actually works for you? Using trusted resources and talking to live therapists can help you break through the noise. As the largest online therapy provider in the world, BetterHelp can provide access to mental health professionals with a diverse variety of expertise. Talk it out with BetterHelp. Our listeners get 10% off the first month at BetterHelp.com/timeout. That's BetterHelp, HELP.com/timeout.
It's ESPN Wisconsin's Game Night, so for Events by Design. Events like appreciation parties and retreats can go a long way towards boosting morale and retaining top talent. Events by Design is your go-to creative partner for employee events that truly make an impact. They help leaders retain top talent by making their people feel seen, valued, and celebrated. The creative team at Events by Design does all the planning and production, making sure things not only look great, but also work. Make a smart investment in your culture today. Search online, Events by Design. They design, you party.
Your state, your teams, your ESPN. The ESPN Wisconsin app. Customizable just for you. Find the ESPN Wisconsin app in the Apple or Android app stores today. This is Jen, Gabe, and Chewy.
I'm telling you, don't doubt his story. Because he heebie-jeebies at certain times to miss field goals.
Yeah.
Gabe, I showed you how he does the heebie-jeebies, right?
Heebie-jeebie.
You take your fingers and you rub them back and forth on your thigh and you go heebie-jeebie, heebie-jeebie. Swear the guy bats 100%. So to call him a liar and he puts a curse on you?
Look, I'm not calling him a liar.
Yeah, you are.
On 94.5 ESPN.
Usually list season in the NFL is before camp opens. But Dan Orlovsky over at ESPN.com put together his own list, and he did this last year as well. He is ranking NFL quarterbacks by traits. He picked 7 different skills: arm strength, ball placement, mechanics, decision-making, pocket presence, rushing ability, and second reaction creativity. These top 10 lists based on current performance and expectations for the 2025 season. How he would rank the quarterback group at that moment. Where do you think Jordan Love finished in the top 10 out of those 7?
Well, he's on the list because Orlovsky eventually wants to be quarterback coach in Green Bay, and he's guys with LaFleur. So I'm going to say he probably put him at 7 or 8.
So there's 7. And how many? So,
okay.
So it's 7. Top 10. Yeah, it's top 10 at 7 different. So it's not an overall.
7 categories.
7 categories.
Arm strength,
yes.
And
so it's not.
presence.
So there's top 10 at arm strength, top 10 at ball placement,
right,
top 10 at mechanics, top 10 decision making.
Do you want me to answer how I would answer or how Orlovsky would answer?
How many lists in the top 10 is Jordan Love on of the 7?
Probably 4.
1.
Really? So he told the truth this time.
He is number 10 in arm strength.
Yeah.
And that is it.
See, I thought he'd be off the list on arm strength just because even though he's better at the deep ball, he's still not great at it.
So for me, again, this is Dan Orlovsky writing. For me, arm strength, less about airing out the 60-yard pass, although it's part of the equation, and more about driving the football on a rope when it's necessary. I'm talking about tight windows, 15 to 20 yards downfield. You need a strong arm to get the ball there on time with these
Now,
passes.
LaFleur helps him out because he schemes, or especially early in the year, schemes a lot of guys open, which turn out to be very, very large plays. Right?
Yeah.
10? That might be fair.
He's number 10 in arm strength.
That might be fair.
But does not appear in the top 10 in ball placement, mechanics, decision-making, pocket presence, rushing ability, or second reaction.
That's probably fair. Although
yeah,
I think he'll be better. I think they're going to make it a point of emphasis for him to tuck it and run. Because all your top quarterbacks do it. All of them. Lamar, Allen, who else am I missing? Hurts.
Yeah.
Right?
So the top 10 there are Lamar, Hurts, Allen, Daniels, Fields, Mahomes, Murray, Herbert, Purdy, and Caleb Williams are the top 10.
I mean, he should
rushing
be better
ability
than
there.
Purdy, right?
Probably on plane with Purdy, I would say.
I think that'll be a point of emphasis, which it should be.
But, I mean, it just comes back to the conversation we're constantly having about Jordan Love. And he just needs to be better. He needs to be in all these things. He's proven he's a good quarterback, but now he needs to find himself, again, not that he would have to be like Josh Allen, who I believe finds himself in every one of these top 10 lists. But you need to be on more than one. If the Packers want to go where they want to go, Jordan Love has to be top 10 in more than one of these traits. Yeah, not all 7, but you got to be, again, because that means he's playing better, he's more consistent.
Go through him again. And I'll tell you if he has a chance at being in the top 10.
Okay, so arm strength, he's already there.
Yes.
Ball placement.
That's easy. That's just mechanics. That's coaching, but you have a new coach. You're leaving a coach that's been there for a handful of years in Clemens, and then there is a transition because when I went from Andy Reid to Mike Sherman, it was different.
Mm-hmm.
You don't do the same things. Coaches don't like the same drills. So there is kind of a grace period there, and either you get better or you don't.
Mechanics.
That's coaching.
Decision-making with the football.
I mean, it's all coaching, but a lot of that is looking at yourself in film study, because there were things as a player that I knew it wasn't my deal, right?
Mm-hmm.
So you could run it till the cows come home. It just didn't feel natural to me. I didn't like it, so you do away with it. So he can get help there, but a lot of that is film study and putting in the time.
Pocket presence.
third year as a starter, we should expect him to be better in that area.
I feel like the last two are kind of tied together, rushing ability and second reaction ability. To me, that's, again,
I don't think it's second reaction ability. I think you can't get out of his stupid plays last year where they were second. What do you call it? Second reaction?
Second reaction.
Remember the one where it was a second reaction and he panicked in the end zone?
Yeah.
Picked off, and then there was another one in the season. So I think that's
I feel like
scarring them a little bit.
Yeah, again, but I feel like the rushing ability and second reaction are tied to the knee from a year ago, and I just expect it to be better this year. You know what I'm saying? Like he didn't want to leave the pocket, extend plays, because he also didn't want to extend plays by running the football. Like those two skills are pretty tied together.
But the rushing, you can't blame him.
No, and
because
same thing with the second reaction.
Them to stand on the pocket, where now they should be like, hey, you recognize it's man and it's 3rd and 6?
Yeah.
And you don't like anything? Or I'll put it this way. You don't love anything? You might like it, but you see it's man and you got to just run. Just run.
Yeah.
Run. Do the sure thing, because this team, and it's continuing, receivers drop a lot of balls.
It's unfortunately still a thing, yes.
You know, they drop a lot of balls, so take it into your own hands and just run it for 8 and slide and get down and move the chains.
Chewy said something ridiculous this morning. We dive into that coming up next. But if you're looking for a new car, truck, or SUV, take the nearest exit to Ewald Automotive. For the 2025 model year clearance pricing, save over $14,000 or get 0% financing, all makes, all models over $720. 25's in stock with model year clearance pricing with the Ewald low price guarantee, which means they'll beat your lowest price on a new vehicle by $500, or they'll give you $500 cash guaranteed. It's only at the Ewald model year clearance sales event. When they're gone, they're gone. Start today at ewaldauto.com.
Jen, Gabe, and Chewy continues next on 94.5 ESPN. The Homer Hour with special guests every day from 5 to 6.
They just come back. That game was symbolic of this team, which doesn't have the kind of players like the Cubs do or maybe the Dodgers, where you think they can always come back.
The best 60 minutes of your day happens on the Homer Hour.
Because they're that good. This team always can come back, and they got nobodies.
Weekday afternoons from 5 to 6 on 94.5 ESPN, the ESPN Wisconsin app, and ESPN Milwaukee on YouTube.
Hey, it's ESPN Wisconsin's Mark Tauscher here, and The Pickler is coming to Menominee Falls with 9 indoor courts and unlimited pickleball play. Leagues, clinics, tournaments, all included. The first tier of founder memberships is sold out, but you can still grab a great deal. $99 a month or $1,049 for a year. Only through the grand opening on August 23rd, with free open play, raffle prizes, and welcome gifts for the first 50 people. Go to pickler.com, hit the Menominee Falls page, and we'll see you on the court.
Summertime is the time for all the big events. Weddings, milestone birthdays, even corporate events. Elevate every event with Noble Catering, a premier craft caterer in southeastern Wisconsin, preferred by over 30 venues. Noble Catering is also the exclusive caterer of Villa Terrace, an east side event treasure. And coming in 2026, Noble's new headquarters, a 400-person event venue in the heart of Bayview called Brixton's Turn. Book them for your event at noblecateringco.com.
Modernizing business technology is critical for a positive impact on efficiency and reducing operating costs. That's exactly what Tri-City National Bank found out when they called on James Imaging Systems. Listen to Bank CIO Robert Prang.
We also went through a large retooling of our print environment, changing from where we had almost 200 printers.
All the way down to just 97 printers. That's managed print services from James Imaging Systems, a 100% locally owned and managed Wisconsin business technology company.
So being able to work with a local company like James that has that flexibility with their staff and being able to deliver for us has given us the ability to make the right decisions for our organization.
Robert, would you recommend managed print services from James Imaging Systems?
Yes, in a heartbeat. I would recommend James.
Learn more at jamesimaging.com. James Imaging Systems, your local business technology partner.
Ready to escape to a resort that has it all? The Island Resort and Casino is your total thrill getaway, where championship golf, a luxury spa, world-class gaming, and epic entertainment come together. Tee it up at Sweetgrass and Sage Run. Unwind at the Drift Spa. Dine, play, win, repeat. Go all in on an unforgettable getaway. Book your total experience today at islandresortandcasino.com.
Adam Schefter here for Vivid Seats, your ultimate destination for all your sports and concert needs this summer. With a game-changing rewards program and an unbeatable selection of tickets, they make it easy for every fan to watch their favorite teams and players in action. Catch every home run and thrilling comeback in person from your favorite seat. Plus, every ticket is backed by a 100% buyer guarantee, giving you peace of mind with every purchase. Visit VividSeats.com or download the app today. Vivid Seats, the official ticketing partner of ESPN.
Evan Cohen here. We all know breakfast is an important part of your day, but when you're traveling for work and your hotel doesn't offer any, you're forced to make do with peanuts and an energy bar as you sprint off to your shift. But if you book a room at La Quinta by Wyndham, you can enjoy their free Bright Side breakfast featuring delicious baked goods, fruit, eggs, yogurt, and waffles. They refuse to let you go to work hungry and aim to send you off fueled up. Tonight, La Quinta. Tomorrow you shine. Book direct at LQ.com.
This is Jen, Gabe, and Chewy.
What's the one thing you say almost weekly here on the show?
Less eat.
Try again.
I don't know.
What's the one thing you've got?
Big boobs.
You've got time.
Oh, time.
You've got time.
Yes. Yeah, you're right.
We got there.
Took off. I needed a few more hints.
Yeah.
What?
You put you in a... That's Gabe's fault.
On 94.5 ESPN.
Have you thought about it?
I really don't know what you're talking about.
What you said this morning. Have you thought about it? I'll give you a chance to retract what you said this morning in our pre-show meeting, and then you don't have to be embarrassed on the radio. I'll do that. I am willing to do that for you. If you want to retract, and then it's just, me and Joshy know what you said, and then we won't embarrass you publicly on the radio.
About sleep?
Nope.
Does Josh know?
I think I do.
What did you declare over this morning?
Oh, it's done. Fry it. I say this every year.
You also declared it over after July 4th, too.
Which
makes it...
I wanted to, but I rethought my position. And look, when State Fair is done, the summer's over. It's done. You got to start transitioning to football, kids back to school.
It is going to be 90 degrees on Saturday. What do you mean summer is over?
Done. Kids are already going back. You got to get into that mindset. The sun doesn't come up now till like 6:30. It's dark.
Sunrise was 5:55 this morning, by the way.
Let me tell you this. There was no sunrise this morning.
Well,
there was no sunrise.
When you've got the storms and rain, yes.
Yes. No, it's done.
Is this you just wanted to
I'm
go
not
back
a
to
hanger-oner. I'm always moving. I'm moving forward. Okay?
You've hung on to your previous, not even the football life, the tobacco fields.
Yeah, farming is coming. Like, there's no more. Corn is on the back end. That's reeks of summer.
What I'm saying is you hearken back to the olden days more than anyone I know.
Look. You know my motto is,
Which one?
Yeah.
When it's over, it's over.
Yeah, when it's done, it's done.
You guys just are hanger-on.
No, because summer's not over.
I get so much joy when I go to the lake house the first week of September and start putting everything away. My neighbors, I just love the anger in their eyes when they look out. It's done. Done. Now, the boat stays in because, the fall boat ride is very nice, but you're not swimming in the lake anymore.
Have you ever evaluated how much joy you get in ruining other people's time? And what that says?
I don't think it's my fault.
Hey, he's a short and farter.
I've always been, but that's because of the Packers. They taught you to be that way.
Really? What?
Yeah. They want you to be miserable.
This is the first time I have heard that the Packers taught you to be miserable?
Yes.
You're telling me you were a happy-go-lucky guy until you got into the NFL.
I just wish you guys could spend a week in the locker room. Just a week. Just to see all the you-know-what and moaning and this that.
Look, I believe that happens, but I also believe that, and maybe this is just the way you have to be in order to play football. I don't think you were some happy-go-lucky kid that arrived in Green Bay in 1992 and had your joy stolen from you.
I was the happiest player in the locker room.
I also think
you were
No. And I was happy because everyone else was miserable, and I love just having guys just shut up. Hey, don't count the days. Let's make the days count.
Yeah, you liked poking people.
Shut up, Shamara. Just shut up.
Yeah, and that brought you joy.
Yeah.
Again, that's the same thing. That's the exact. I don't know if you've realized this. That's the same thing as the neighbors giving you the looks as you're packing up all your summer things out at the lake house.
Yes.
It's the exact same thing.
But you see why I blame them to the north. Like,
no.
Do you have anyone you golf with that tries to bring your game down?
I don't think anybody actively tries to bring my game down, no.
Why? If you're playing for money, I don't want you to win.
Well, yeah, but like, I think most people are just worried about playing their own game and trying to win that way.
I also, and this might be the first time I've said this, I think what you think about the locker room happens literally everywhere else in jobs. People complain about their jobs 24/7.
You think so?
Yeah.
Put it on the poll. Put it on the poll.
Do you like to complain about your job?
No. I am bubbles when I show up here.
Excuse me?
I'm bubbly.
Now you're lying.
What about a Monday?
No one likes a Monday. I'm most times bubbly. I am bubbly.
Bubbly?
Yes.
There's a lot of words to describe you, and bubbly's not top 5,000.
Like, are some days you positive? Yes. At no point when I say, "Oh yeah, Chewy."
Like
I've never went home, and when my wife goes, "Hey, how was work today?" Oh, Chewy was his bubbly usual self. Like that's never.
Like, does it bother me that Josh already won his bet? Yes. Yes, it does, because I don't want him to win.
I'm a shark.
Misery loves company.
Yes.
Yes. Call me Bubbles. That's my new nickname.
All right. More of Jen, Gabe, and Bubbles in 2 minutes.
Your state, your teams, your ESPN. The ESPN Wisconsin app. Find the ESPN Wisconsin app in the Apple or Android app stores today. More Jen, Gabe, and Chewy coming up on 94.5 ESPN.
We are seeing slowdowns all across the system in all the usual areas for this time of the morning, even a little worse with some crashes. We have 4145 northbound, the Zoo interchange to Highway Q. Give yourself plenty of extra time on that ride, as we are also seeing a flooded roadway on 4145 north, about a mile beyond the county line. And then 4394 northbound, Layton to downtown, is going to take you a few extra minutes. 43 southbound, Brown Deer Road to downtown. Give yourself plenty of extra time on that leg of your ride. And if you're on the Rock Freeway, 43 northbound, Highway 164 to the Hale interchange, give yourself a few extra minutes there as well. The Storm Team forecast today: heavy rain, partly sunny and warm, a high of 82. Tonight, clear, a low of 65. Wednesday and Thursday, mostly sunny and a high of 80. Friday, mostly sunny, high 84. And Saturday, mostly sunny with a high up to 86 degrees. Weather's brought to you by Avondale Roofing. Raise the roof and your standards with Avondale Roofing, your trusted partner for over 30 years. Remember, they get on top so you don't have to. From the WTMJ Traffic Center, I'm Steph Graham on 94.5 ESPN.
This is Kevin Moret from Mentality. Every day is a silent competition, and with testosterone dropping 1% annually, you're fighting an uphill battle. Your colleagues notice when you lose your edge, your partner senses when your confidence wavers, and without addressing low T, you're set up to fail. No willpower can overcome this hormonal deficit. Mentality's FDA-approved treatments have shown a 30% increase in testosterone levels. Don't let low T define you. Reclaim your power at mentalityhealth.com/radio. That's mentalityhealth.com/radio.
Back to school means back to savings with Exterior Pros and Baths. Right now, get $3,000 off your roofing, your siding, your windows, or your bath project during the fall savings event. Don't wait. Call 262-800-4274 or visit extpros.com to claim your $3,000 savings and book your free estimate. Exterior Pros and Baths, Wisconsin's trusted home improvement experts. Trust the pros.
You're listening to 94.5 ESPN, WKTI and WKTI HD Milwaukee, a Good Karma Brands radio station. Showtime. The right way to start your day. This is Jen, Gabe, and Chewy.
I don't know. I was just rooting that you were going to somehow spell over wrong.
Okay, I'm not going to spell it for spite.
So where do you want to eat?
Feels like an Arby's night.
Arby's, beef and cheese, and do you believe in God?
That's not like a word like knife where you could mess it up. Like,
well, I know, that's why it would have been funny.
Over.
I mean, is there really a need for the K?
Yes.
Oh, so you're pretty religious.
Not true.
When you think about it.
Yes.
When God was making the alphabet or spelling words, why did he put a K there?
You think God
Just
created
Okay, all right. I don't want to get into theology.
Yeah, Catholic boy over here.
I don't want to dive into
the heavens
But
and
think
earth.
about it.
So is it a problem that I'm not really religious?
Not for me.
Why not?
I'm not the one going to hell.
This is Jen, Gabe, and Chewy, broadcasting live from the Gruber Law Office's One Call That's All studios at the Avenue with Gabe Neitzel and Mark Chamorro. Here's Jen Latta.
Running her mouth, she wants to ride and she's trying to hide it. I'm cool as ever, she's too excited.
Is this low-key kind of a big week for the Packers?
No, not at all.
Well, because they laid an egg this week, and now who knows what Jordan Love with this thumb injury. We'll find out more. Jaden Reed's walking around in a boot. Don't they need to have a good week of practice, a good joint practice against the Colts?
Oh, yes.
In order for you to start feeling good about them in the start of their season? Because, again, it's one thing, and you point this out all the time, to be gushed about when you're going against your own guys. But isn't the true test when you're going up against others? And if the preseason games aren't as important to Matt LaFleur and the Packers, as they've shown in the past, and the joint practices are more important, isn't this low-key kind of a big week? That practice that looms later this week? Isn't that going to be big?
Yeah, especially because of the way they played against the Jets. I want to see Lucas Van Ness against another starting offensive tackle. I want to see Golden against the starting DB of the Colts. I don't care about the game. I don't care about the game. I wouldn't play the starters. I would stick to it. I hope Love practices this week.
Well,
because he needs the reps?
Yeah, so he practiced. I'm guessing he ultimately practices in the joint practice. Because, again, even if they're concerned about the thumb injury, being in a joint practice wearing the red jersey, there are certain things you can control versus a game, right? He's not going to be taking a hit against the Colts when they have their joint practice later this week.
Well, there's a lot of things that you just talked about in Orlovsky's list that we can see when they go practice the Colts. Yes, I think this is more important. Actually, I think it's more important than the game. Because a game, there's so many weird things that happen and things like this. This they can control.
And this is what they want to get most of their work in, is these joint practices. So this week against Indy, next week against Seattle, those are the important ones. The joint practices.
Yeah.
That's where LaFleur wants to. Those are the preseason games under Matt LaFleur. Those are the things that he values
and I don't think,
and wants to get to work in.
I don't think you need to play Love in either game. I really don't.
Probably not.
If he practices well against these two teams in joint practices, that's fine. But there's things he needs to work on. There's things that everyone needs to work on. You know, can Jordan Morgan put 2 solid weeks back to back, right? D-line, can they get pressure? You know, there's a whole lot of things. There's a lot of question marks. So,
and that's why I think it's low key a big week for the Green Bay Packers. We are going to talk with one of the voices of the Milwaukee Brewers. You're either going to see him on TV, hear him on the radio. Jeff Levering going to be joining us every Tuesday from here for the rest of the season. He is coming up next. But I do want to tell you about our friends at Fifth Third. Is your business ready to take that next step? At Fifth Third Commercial Bank, Wisconsin, our team of local experienced advisors are here to propel you forward. We understand your team needs and offer an in-depth expertise, cutting-edge technology, tailored solutions to streamline your cash collections, automate payments, and safeguard your assets with top-notch fraud mitigation tools. Contact Fifth Third in downtown Milwaukee today. Let's eliminate the non-value add work so you can focus on what truly matters most for you and your business. That's growing your business. Fifth Third Bank National Association. Custom solutions built around your goals. Member FDIC.
More Jen, Gabe, and Chewy coming up on 94.5 ESPN.
We are seeing slowdowns all across the system in all the usual areas for this time of the morning, even a little worse with some crashes. We have 4145 northbound, the Zoo interchange to Highway Q. Give yourself plenty of extra time on that ride, as we are also seeing a flooded roadway on 4145 north, about a mile beyond the county line. And then 4394 northbound, Lynn to downtown is going to take you a few extra minutes. 43 southbound, Brown Deer Road to downtown. Give yourself plenty of extra time on that leg of your ride. And if you're on the Rock Freeway, 43 northbound, Highway 164 to the Hale interchange, give yourself a few extra minutes there as well. The Storm Team forecast today, heavy rain, partly sunny and warm, a high of 82. Tonight, clear, a low of 65. Wednesday and Thursday, mostly sunny and a high of 80. Friday, mostly sunny, high 84. And Saturday, mostly sunny with a high up to 86 degrees. Weather's brought to you by Avondale Roofing. Raise the roof and your standards with Avondale Roofing, your trusted partner for over 30 years. Remember, they get on top so you don't have to. From the WTMJ Traffic Center, I'm Steph Graham on 94.5 ESPN.
Whether it's live or in podcast form, you've heard us on air with all of our shenanigans.
Gabe, I'm throwing some. Why are you throwing? I don't want.
Now see your favorite 94.5 ESPN shows streaming on video.
By me, by the way. I hit that microphone like 4 out of 6 times on that.
Subscribe to ESPN Milwaukee on YouTube and get notified when we hit the air live. Plus, you can watch back any second that you miss and see original digital content too. Watch, listen, interact. ESPN Milwaukee on YouTube.
I think one of the things that patients don't realize is that when they get a joint replacement, that's not a lifetime treatment option. And they're probably, if they are a younger patient, signing up for multiple surgeries down the road.
As a physician and medical director for QC Kinetics, Dr. Caravelli's seen a pattern of trending joint pain. Prolonged medication, steroids, then surgery, possibly another surgery.
So a lot of our patients are trying to avoid or put off surgery, and this is the treatment that can help them do that.
QC Kinetics extracts your body's healing substances, concentrates them back into your aching joints to help heal and restore those areas, providing lasting relief.
Oh, I love being able to tell my patients, before we do this surgery, let's try another option. Let's see if this is right for you, because now they might not have to have surgery at all.
Call today for your free consultation.
Call QC Kinetics, 414-285-3474. That's 414-285-3474. 414-285-3474.
Escape to Lake Lawn Resort in Delavan, Wisconsin, where everything is better at the lake. Dive into endless outdoor activities, including boating, fishing, and paddleboarding on the serene Delavan Lake. Tee off at the lakeside Majestic Oaks Golf Course, or unwind in the award-winning Calidora Spa. Enjoy gourmet meals at 1878 on the lake, casual bites at the Lookout Bar and Eatery, and sweet treats at the Isle of Capri Cafe. Explore Delavan Lake's stunning shores and historic landmarks from the comfort of their 76-foot cruise boat, the Lake Lawn Queen. Book your stay today at LakeLawnResort.com.
Step right up and gaze into my crystal ball. I see flashing lights, spinning reels, and a big win. This August, you have a ticket to a cash carnival at Potawatomi. Play with your rewards card and earn entries to win your share of $300,000 in cash and prizes. Prize drawings every Thursday through August 28th. Your fortune awaits only at Potawatomi Casino Hotel, Milwaukee. More info online. Must be 21 and a rewards member to play.
At Tony Wendorf and Associates First Weber Group, we believe in the human side of real estate. For us, it's faith, family, and friends in that order. We live that every single day. I'm Tony Wendorf. We move fast, negotiate with confidence, and communicate clearly so our clients win. We operate from a place of gratitude, having donated nearly $200,000 back to our community since 2020. You deserve a team that delivers a luxury experience no matter the price point. Contact us today to get started. Tony Wendorf and Associates, trusted knowledge, superior service. Contact us at wendorfteam.firstweber.com.
This is Jen, Gabe, and Chewy.
What operating system does a Chewy computer run on?
I believe it's a Cat 14.
It's a COS. It's a Chewy operating system.
I was thinking Windows 98.
Yeah, I mean, very similar.
It's dial-up. Let me get my modem.
Chewy.
On 94.5 ESPN.
Each and every Tuesday from here to the end of the season, we're going to be talking to our guy, Jeff Levering, part of every Brewers broadcast. Whether it's on TV, whether it's on the radio, you know he's going to be there the rest of the season. Good morning, Jeff. What's going on, man?
Good morning, guys. Appreciate a little Huey Lewis in the news to bring me in today. Love that.
Well,
good work.
Yeah, well, I mean, you're going to be joining us on Tuesdays. I don't even know how this started on our show, but every Tuesday is Hugh's Day, where we celebrate Huey Lewis in the news. I don't know how. I don't know why. It's just a thing that we do, where we play Huey Lewis in the news on Tuesdays.
Big fan. I think there needs to be more Huey Lewis in the news around everywhere. This is so good.
Jeff, you think the Brewers will lose again this season? Doesn't feel like it.
It sure doesn't feel like it, Chewy. I will tell you, they will. It will. They will lose again. Yes, they're not going to win 40 straight games, but I mean, I'm going to ride this wave as long as I can, man. This is great.
What went through your mind when you saw Andrew Vaughn square up to bunt in last night's game?
Kind of what's been going on this entire, I don't know, last 3.5 months. What the heck is happening? Of course. Why wouldn't he? Why wouldn't he square around a bunt in that situation? Why would the Brewers be 30 games over 500 at this point on August 12th? Why not have Andrew Vaughn square around? I love how Murph in this postgame conference goes, I mean, I don't know if he got the sign from Jason Lane. I don't know if he did it on his own. He was blaming Santa Rosa, California for a little bit. I mean, it was just a straight, I'm going to drive this run in. I don't care how I'm going to do it. And Andrew Vaughn drove the run in.
Jeff, why do you think Murph switched Freddie's start till today? I have a theory, and I think it's because Murph wants the fans to have burgers. Why do you think he did it?
I think it's twofold. Number one is to give him an extra day of rest. Freddie's been a little off in his last couple of appearances, so you can give him an extra day of rest. There was the off day Quintana was going to throw on his normal 5 days rest. So you could give Freddie an extra day. He's been working on 5 days rest all season long. He hasn't missed a start in 3 years. He's been Mr. Consistency. So to give him an extra day is not the worst thing in the world. And it also lines him up for Monday for the doubleheader against Chicago. I believe that's when he would start again, which would be Monday. So that's another part of it. You'd like to see him start against the Chicago Cubs too.
Mm-hmm.
So pushing him back a day also allows him to do that.
What is it about this team that has allowed them to do what they're doing? Because Jeff, you've been around the Brewers long enough, and this has been the golden era of Brewers baseball, really going back to 2018 and the number of teams that have been able to make the postseason. I mean, in that stretch, they have the 96 wins that tied a franchise record for most in a season. But why is this team different? Why does this feel different than some of those other playoff teams that they've had?
I think both of you guys could speak to this, and Chewy a little more so. But when you're in a locker room or a clubhouse, and there's a genuine care and there's a genuine love between your teammates, and you walk through that door and you are genuinely excited to see everybody and excited to go to work with everybody, and you all have the same common goal. I think that's what's really going on in that clubhouse. They have this confidence when they show up at the ballpark, and the game was over last night, and Murph posted the lineup for today within 30 minutes. So those guys know as soon as the game is over, that game's done. We're moving on to tomorrow. I got my lineup set. We got Paul Skeens, and he's next. Here we go. And I think that players appreciate that, but those guys love each other. And I think when you went into the trade deadline, there were a lot of conversations about how are the Brewers gonna improve the team with slug or whatever they're gonna do. And I've always said you got to make sure that you keep the cohesion of that clubhouse more than anything else. And the additions that the Brewers made were fantastic. They've all fit in so perfectly. But those are the guys that they wanted to go to battle with. The guys that were in that clubhouse before the trade deadline are the ones that they wanted to win with, and that's what they're going to do.
And there are, like you said, Jeff, there are parallels to our 96 team here because we loved our locker room too. And when everyone asked me, I said, I love the fact that I won it with the guys that I did. But there's also, the players feel an obligation to the fans. I mean, it had been 26 years or however many years in Green Bay since we were relevant. And it's kind of that same feeling here. And I think the players probably feel it like, man, we can't let the fans down. We haven't been to the World Series since '82. This is our year. Couple with that, with having fun. And it's just, I just see parallels between the two teams. And hopefully, it comes to fruition. But I feel good.
It's a great recipe for success. And the fans have shown up. Even on a Monday night in the middle of summer last night, there were 30,000 people in the ballpark last night. They had 7 straight sellouts and 8 out of 9 in terms of people coming to the ballpark. And think about all of the devastation in the city of Milwaukee and just how crummy it's been for everybody. And our hearts are going out to everybody that's dealing with it. We had terrible rain last night. And I mean, you just pack that on to everything else. And there were still 35,000 people in the ballpark on Sunday. There were 42,000 tickets sold. People still showed up. People still showed up early to get to the ballpark. I mean, there is something special going on here in Milwaukee that we're all a part of, and we should be really lucky that we're riding this wave together.
Yeah, and as we talk with Jeff Levering, we'll be on Tuesdays from here on out in the rest of the Brewers season on Jen, Gabe, and Chewy. The one question I feel that we see a lot, or I hear a lot of fans talking about, well, I mean, with Andrew Vaughn playing like this, what are we going to do when Rhys Hoskins gets healthy? Like, I feel that's also a problem that the Brewers haven't had in recent, like, you've got another good bat coming back. I'm sure Murph will figure it out because usually, Jeff, it's been, well, okay, this guy needs a day off, but how do we keep this bat in the lineup? And now there are just so many guys who are contributing offensively. It's a balancing act. It's a great problem to have.
It is, and Reese is still a couple of weeks away, maybe with that hand injury or the thumb, I should say, with the UCL. But rosters will expand. You'll only get one position player and one pitcher once September 1st hits. But it is a great problem to have, right? You want your guys to be playing at the best possible abilities at this time of year, right? Jackson Chourio is going to come back. Right, he's not even in the lineup. The Brewers haven't lost without him in the lineup, and you go, "Well, now we're going to add Jackson Chourio to it." Think about the lineup that the Brewers ran out there on Sunday. Think about the lineup that they ran out there on Friday, the first game of the road trip against the Washington Nationals. You would get fined in a spring training game if you sent that to Surprise. Right? Because you have to have quote unquote regulars travel on a spring training roster. And when you looked at that roster and that lineup on that Friday, August the 1st, or even Sunday against the Mets, you go, we're going to get fined by Major League Baseball. But what they do, they go out and they come from behind and they beat the Mets. What they do against the Nationals? Oh, they pounded out 16 runs. It doesn't matter who's in there. Everybody's contributing.
Well, Rhys Hoskins has been contributing even though he's been injured. I know that, a couple of weeks ago, it was William Contreras who said, hey, I'm crediting Rhys for kind of helping me work through some things. And now we see William Contreras just tear the cover off the ball. What does it say about this team that even though somebody's injured, they're finding ways to contribute by being a great teammate?
It's hard when you are on the injured list to have a voice because you can't contribute on the field, right? But guys have done that time and time again. Rhys Hoskins is doing it right now. I think about Brandon Woodruff for the last year and a half until he came back, and he's pitching the heck out of the baseball right now. but he wasn't able to do anything last year. He wasn't able to do anything for the first half of this year except for get himself ready to go. But he's teaching those young kids, Chad Patrick and Logan Henderson, and taking them under their wings and saying, hey, okay, how can we get better? This is what your routine should look like. A Jacob Mizorowski just being a sponge, being next to Brandon Woodruff every day. Those are the ways that your teammates can help you out. When you're not able to perform on the field, um, the Brewers have had a knack of having those guys really help each other. Even Wade Miley last year, right? He makes a handful of starts, but he's in the clubhouse every day. He's traveling with the team, even though he knows he's not being able to pitch. But he is helping that clubhouse. He's helping that roster day in and day out.
Jeff, do you think they need a reset at some point in time? And what I mean by that, in 96, we're about 3/4 through the season. We lose at Kansas City. We lose at Dallas, and we're banged up. We go to St. Louis, who's terrible. They're like 3 and whatever, and it's tied at halftime. And I'll never forget, we wind up winning the game, but we come home. The leaders of the team call a team meeting, just screaming, no coaches, screaming, yelling, and said, we need to run the table. And we did. And it wasn't close. You think they need that maybe 20 games from now, like maybe to get swept in a series and have a reset and go, all right, now here we go?
No.
You know what I'm
Thank you, Jeff. He has been trying to peddle this. Oh, they need a reset. They need to lose 4 or 5 games. I'm like, no, actually, they don't need that. So I'm glad.
They need
Maybe he'll listen to you, Jeff.
They need a Control-Alt-Delete and just shut this thing down. No, listen. They're running so good right now. I think they're 25-4. Since right before the All-Star break, right? Since Brandon Woodruff came back that Sunday in Miami, 25-4. They don't lose back-to-back ball games. It's one of those things where you play every day. I get it where you play once a week and you really wear it, right? You really wear it. But in baseball, they have this ability to flush things so fast. And I have this little toilet with me in my office. I can just flush things really easily. That's what baseball players do. They flush it. It's done. Game's over. You lose one, you're going to come back and try and win the next ball game. So I think that they don't need a reset. And these guys have been so resilient. The first 6 weeks of the season was such a grind. They found that edge, as Pat Murphy likes to say. And they don't need a 4-game losing streak to get their mind right, for sure.
Does Bryce Terang just hit bombs now? Is that what he does?
Apparently, he and William Contreras, they just do nothing but hit bombs. It's amazing. Leadoff homer for Bryce Terang yesterday, 8-game hitting streak. He's got, 5 or 6 homers in his last 2 weeks. Well, it's unbelievable.
I was at the game last night, and he hits the first. I was sitting up the third base line, and he hits it, and you could, it's kind of going to that left center gap, and it's like, oh, he probably didn't get it. And then I look up, and I went, wait, 105 exit velocity? He's just hitting oppo bombs? Like, what? Aren't you supposed to wear down as the season goes on? What's going on here?
So you were in the ballpark. How loud was that home run? It was loud. It felt like a thunderclap, right?
Yeah. It was
incredible.
It was unbelievable the way that he's been, and honestly that's what gets me excited, Jeff. You mentioned the injured guys that are going to be coming back, whether it's Rhys Hoskins, Jackson Churia. We haven't even mentioned Jacob Mizorowski, who's going to help solidify that rotation. But also, if you think, and look, Andrew Vaughn's not going to continue to hit like Aaron Judge, probably not going to happen. He can still be a really good player. But when you see things like, William Contreras, who's been underperforming all year, starting to look like the William Contreras we're used to, that's what makes you go, okay, they can have enough pop in this lineup. They do have enough guys that can do a lot of damage in this lineup once they're feeling good and healthy.
Yeah, we had Matt Arnold on the TV broadcast last night, and Arnold said that Murph's been giving Churio a bad time, saying, dude, we don't need you. We don't need you. We're fine, dude. We're 10-0 without you, homeboy. So take your time.
Jeff,
go
ahead.
He's kind of joking around at that point, but he'll be back. He'll be great, and it'll work like clockwork. But it's great to have Murph have that levity with those guys too.
Jeff, one more dumb question. I was talking about the obligation the players feel to the fans. Do they know the 12 wins will get the fans burgers?
Oh yeah. I mean,
They
they
do?
got to 11 earlier this year. Yeah,
Yeah.
they got to 11 earlier this year, and I mean, George Webb's just sitting there going, "Oh man, this is great." You get the promotion, people are camping out,
Twice
and
in 1
this is
year.
amazing. But yeah, but then you get to 11 and they don't win the 12th, but we got all the advertising. You didn't have to give away the burgers.
Yeah.
So now, I mean, now you're getting close. You want to give those burgers away. You want to do it. I
Oh,
know they
yeah.
do. The fans know. Fans know. Fans
Oh, yeah.
definitely know, but the players know too. They know what's on the line.
All right, well, they got a tough one tonight. Tonight's the tough one. Skeen's on the mound. Should
Yeah.
be a fun one. You'll be on the call over on television side, Jeff. Appreciate you jumping on with us, and we look forward to talking to you the rest of the season.
You got it, guys. We'll talk to you next Tuesday.
Jeff Levering joins us each and every
There goes
Tuesday
my
for the rest of
theory.
the season. Yeah,
Okay.
yeah.
Shut
But
down.
again, how come you listen to him but not me? I tried to tell you this.
Because you guys are mean to me. That's why. Both
Well,
of you.
I'm guessing that Jeff's going to be mean to you too. The more, again,
Kind of getting that.
I'm just going to use Adam Schefter as the example. Shefty kind of likes to poke at you now that he's been on the show. Once you get comfortable with the show, I feel people just like to go after the big guy.
You know how hard it was for me to not jump in when you said stupid question?
Yeah, I know.
Aren't they all?
Why does everyone beat up on me? I'm a nice guy.
You are. You're a great guy.
You just told us how much you like being a shirt and farter.
I'm a shirt and farter. That's fair. Yeah, but I don't expect it back in return.
Wait.
It's
You
a
just
one-way
want
street.
You just want to dish it out but not get it.
Yes.
Okay, that's
Are you surprised?
well, no, but it's an unreasonable expectation.
Right.
It doesn't matter what age you are. Low testosterone can be an issue for any guy. That's why I have been telling you about our friends at Mentality for years at this point, because it works for me. I've got the energy not just to do this show, but to do everything that I need to and want to do throughout the course of the day. And that wasn't always the case. A couple years ago, started doing the morning show, was feeling tired, groggy as the day went along. I thought, okay, just waking up earlier, getting older, that's the way this works. But it doesn't have to be that way. I had low testosterone, didn't know until I worked with our friends at Mentality, and that their testosterone solutions can also work for you. So what are you waiting for? Book the appointment today. Find out if you're dealing with low testosterone. If you're tired, groggy, just don't have that energy, go to lowtusa.com. Mentality allows treatment to fit into every guy's lifestyle. Find out more about Mentality, lowtusa.com.
Jen, Gabe, and Chewy are back after this on 94.5 ESPN.
Dealing with some significant slowdowns all across the system. Flooding on the roadway still here at 4145 North, about a mile beyond the ramp from County Line Road. The two right lanes are blocked there. It's been slow going all morning, all the way from downtown to Highway Q. Then we are also dealing with a crash at 100 South at Hampton Avenue. The right lane is blocked due to an incident there. And on 175 South, about a half mile beyond 94 East, the right lane is blocked due to a crash. So give yourself plenty of extra time if you are traveling pretty much anywhere across the system this wet morning. Your storm team forecast today: heavy rain, partly sunny and warm, a high of 82. Tonight, clear and the low of 65. Wednesday and Thursday, mostly sunny and a high of 80. Friday, mostly sunny, high up to 84. And on Saturday, mostly sunny with a high up to 86 degrees. Weather is brought to you by National Liquor Mart at 16th and National in Milwaukee, packed with the best beer, liquor, seltzer, and spirit deals in town. Open 9 a.m. to 9 p.m. daily, where your satisfaction is their plan of action. From the WTMJ Traffic Center, I'm Steph Graham on 94.5 ESPN.
Monica, we've got to hand it to you.
You and the design team have outdone yourselves. Are you talking about the One collection? Those rings say you are the one.
And they say it symbolically.
Describe the symbols.
Every ring in the One collection should be presented with a special ritual.
What would that ritual be?
You pick up her left hand and you place a kiss on her ring finger.
Rick, you never told me about that part.
Then you show her the tiny red diamond, flush mounted inside the ring, that will forever be in contact with her finger.
Why is it red?
Because that's when the giver says to the one, wherever you go, my heart goes with you.
I give you this kiss. I give you my heart. The red diamond is a secret symbol of that sacred moment. The center diamond on the outside of the ring is for the whole world to see.
But the tiny red created diamond inside the ring is only for the two of them.
The One collection of engagement rings is available exclusively at Keslers. To find the Keslers nearest you,
visit KeslersDiamonds.com.
Kevin Moret here from Mentality. Life's a relentless competition, and you might be losing without even knowing it. With testosterone levels plummeting 25% in just 2 decades, you're likely operating at a fraction of your potential. Your kids sense it when you're too exhausted for playtime. Your wife notices when that spark fades. Here's the harsh truth. Without addressing low T, nothing works. Diets fail, workouts fall flat, but there's hope. Mentality's FDA-approved treatment restores testosterone by an average of 30%. Don't let low T rob you of life's precious moments. Start at mentalityhealth.com/radio.
Get ready to say goodbye to those bland seltzers at the ballpark. Carbless is proudly Wisconsin-born, crafted by real people. A husband and wife team who wanted better cocktails in a can. They're locally made and blissfully better. Carbless offers a bold, true cocktail flavor that's made for baseball fans. Available in fan-favorite flavors like lemon lime, black raspberry, cranberry, and mango. Bringing the craft cocktail bar to your seat. Refreshment that matches the energy of American Family Field is Carbless. Full of flavor, no sugar, and no carbs. Just game day bliss.
For your next night out, revel in the fusion of artistry and flavor with Sushi at St. Kate, offering guests an elevated experience where freshness and creativity converge in every bite. St. Kate the Arts Hotel introduces an exciting new sushi menu to its culinary repertoire. Indulge in the finest seafood, freshest ingredients, and expert craftsmanship for an inspired and delectable dining journey. Experience the art of sushi at St. Kate and learn more at stkatearts.com.
It's Debbie Loziga for Comfort Awnings. This summer, I'm getting relief from the hot sun whenever I need it with my motorized retractable awning from Comfort Awnings. Sensors are also available that detect strong winds and rain to extend or retract your awning. They even protect against UV radiation so you can safely enjoy the outdoors all summer long. Family owned and located in Burlington, Comfort Awnings expertly installs custom awnings that fit your home and style. Right now, you can receive $200 off all awnings and screens. Call 414-AWNINGS or visit comfortawnings.com.
You're listening to Jen, Gabe, and Chewy.
You got to have a condiment with the bread.
Yeah, you want
can't
some
eat the
sort
bread
of
alone.
Yeah, you want some sort of lubricant with the bread. Yes, that's correct.
Yeah,
it's just necessary.
You follow?
Like, you don't want to just be sitting there eating like pieces of white bread with nothing on it.
Can't be going dry.
Yeah, it can't be raw dog and just white bread.
On 94.5 ESPN.
I know power rankings are usually earlier, but we've got to make time for our guy Jeff Levering. So now we can get to our Tuesday power rankings.
It's Chewy's favorite segment of the week.
Hey, big guy, you catch the game?
It's power rankings time on Jen, Gabe, and Chewy.
Did you catch the game last night? Can I say yes to you?
What will the big guy have in store for us today?
See the game last night?
Which game?
Any of them.
All right. Good one this week. This week is NFL future power rankings. Josh, you said 3 years into the future. This is the grading system. It is overall roster minus the quarterback. Quarterback, coaching, front office.
Okay.
Okay. So with that being said, give me number 10, boys.
I will put the Denver Broncos at number 10.
Yeah, this is hard to figure out here because there's like probably 4 teams you could argue. I'll say the Rams.
The Washington Commanders.
Ooh. Interesting.
Are number 10.
They're interesting because they have obviously the young quarterback and some young, but they've got a lot of really old players.
Do they?
Sure.
Okay.
Well, I mean, Terry McLaurin, who's under the contract, dispute right now, he's going to be turning 30. Deebo Samuel's not exactly young.
Zach Ertz.
Yeah, but I would still think that having that quarterback would have put you higher on the list.
And the quarterback was his NFL rank was 5, so that's pretty good.
Yeah.
9. This is kind of a shocker, a little bit, I guess.
I still feel. I mean, I think Denver's going to be on this list.
I think they're going to be higher.
You think they're going to be higher?
Yeah.
I was just going to guess Denver again. So the initial team I had here was San Francisco.
That's the team I want here.
That's a good pull because it is San Francisco.
Okay.
Purdy's quarterback rank was 13, and he's still young. He's considered young, right?
Oh yeah, of course.
He's very young.
This would have been the last year of his rookie contract had he not signed the massive extension.
What bumped him up that high? Coaching was 2.
I think it's time to have a conversation. Not right now. Kyle Shanahan's kind of overrated.
You got to win a Super Bowl. Can't just go. You got to win.
Well, okay. And I get that. But he's had double-digit leads in that Super Bowl.
Yes.
He was the offensive coordinator that was up 28-3.
Yeah.
Like, in
That's
order to be the second best coach in the league, don't you need a Super Bowl or, I don't know, not blowing a lead?
Yeah.
Would you be shocked, though, if he has an Andy Reid type career?
Sure, but
because that was the story about Andy Reid.
And I'm not trying to say that he's not a good coach. He is. I just feel like he's just too high for a guy who hasn't. When you have other people, so what? He's the second best coach behind Andy Reid?
I would imagine, and I think you could probably argue McVay deserves to be there.
but Andy...
Well, exactly. McVay's won the Super Bowl, so I would put McVay ahead of him.
This. Is Shanahan Andy Reid in Philadelphia?
That's what...
Is that what he just said?
That's what Joshy just said.
Hello.
Sorry. So if listening was on this list, if listening was here, I would be 32.
Let's move on.
Right?
I'd
be 32.
Yeah.
This is what I was doing, all right?
Yeah.
I was moving ahead to keep this thing flowing.
You were focused.
Yeah.
You were locked in.
Give me number 8.
This is where I'll put Denver.
That's where I was willing to put them as well.
Houston is 8. So you're noticing the theme. It's young quarterbacks.
Well, young quarterbacks, but I mean, I had Houston higher on my list because they've won playoff games each of the last 2 years.
So Stroud is 9.
Okay.
That I'm just going to read.
But they've got a good young roster.
Yeah.
Nico Collins, Tank Dell.
Yeah.
Will Anderson.
Will Anderson's good on the defensive side.
7.
Denver has to be on this
gotta
list.
Be Denver.
The Broncos.
You are correct. It is Denver. The thing that shines from their overall roster was 4, and their coaching is 3.
That one's wrong.
Bo Nix is 19.
Sean Payton ain't a 3.
He's pretty good.
Overrated. He's got the same resume as Mike McCarthy.
Yeah. All right, okay.
His PR firm's better than McCarthy's.
Let's be fair and balanced here.
Yeah.
If you're bashing Shanahan and you're bashing Sean Payton, where do you put LaFleur?
7, 8, 9.
Yeah. I'm not putting LaFleur in the top 10.
That sounds a little biased. Give me 6.
Oh. Go Pack, go.
The Green Bay Packers.
And why?
What do you mean, why?
All right, they're 6.
They've got the youngest roster in the league.
Well, if you're going to bash Shanahan, you got to kind of bash.
Well, what's LaFleur? What do they have the coaching at?
7.
Seems about right.
Overall roster's a 5. Jordan's 9. But he hasn't even won an NFC championship game.
Nope.
That might be a little high for me.
No, am I saying
him,
LaFleur's ahead of Shanahan? I'm not, but I'm also saying that Shanahan's not 2 and Peyton's not 3.
I don't know. I got to think about that. 5. All right. See, this doesn't make sense.
I will say AO Buffalo.
Doesn't make sense.
It doesn't make Chiefs.
Detroit Lions are 5.
Ooh. Are they getting dinged?
Overall roster's a 3.
Okay.
Coaching is a 12.
My guess is they're getting dinged from losing the 2 coordinators, and there's uncertainty about the 2 coordinators they brought in.
Fair. Okay.
That would be my guess as to why that would be that low.
If Aaron Glenn left,
but Ben Johnson
stayed, what would you put him?
I got to imagine that would be a much higher number.
Yeah, 3 or 4 probably.
Yeah. Okay, fair. That's fair. All right, you explained it away. That's where I like consistency. 4.
I'm going to go Bills.
I'll go Bills here.
AO.
Okay.
Quarterback a 2. Coaching 8. See, now, you could say the same for him as you're saying for Shanahan. McDermott hasn't done squat.
Yeah, I would probably have Shanahan ahead of McDermott. Like McDermott,
I would too.
Like McDermott being at 8 makes sense. Like he's in the same ballpark as LaFleur.
I think he's a little better than LaFleur. Have they been to an NFC championship game? Or do they always lose right before?
They've been to an AFC championship game.
So that's LaFleur's been to 1.
LaFleur's been to 2.
He's been to 2. Lost them both.
Yep.
Okay.
Yeah, which is why him and McDermott are kind of in that same area.
3.
Chiefs.
Chiefs are 3, quarterback 1, coaching 1.
Yeah, it's going to carry the day for a long time. As long as those two are there, they'll figure out the rest.
Number 2.
Ravens.
Yeah.
Ravens are 2, overall roster 2, quarterback 3.
This is one
front
of interest.
office 2.
What's the coaching?
6.
That seems about right.
Yeah, that seems fair. And then 1.
The Philadelphia Eagles.
Philadelphia Freedom, overall roster 1.
Yeah, that's
quarterback 8.
He's underrated. It's fine.
Front office 1.
I mean, they've made a lot of really good, savvy moves.
Hard to argue.
Yeah, it's hard to argue when you had the two rookies make the impact they did in your secondary. You picked up Zach Vaughn, who made such an impact when you went, hey, let's pick up this guy, play him at linebacker. Now they had to pay him.
Correct me if I'm wrong. I believe they are one of the 5 youngest teams and also the best roster in the league.
Mm-hmm.
Is it fair?
Pretty good.
I mean, he basically stole A.J. Brown.
Yeah.
Got him for a song.
Traylon Burks. That's what they took instead.
Oh, man.
You know what? I thought this would be a lot harder, but you guys kind of figured it out.
It's who's been good and who has young rosters,
It's
right?
actually, you know what, from consistency standpoint, because they do some dumb lists
Yeah.
that you don't understand. This one was actually pretty good.
Yeah,
So.
I would have put the Lions higher, but I guess they're just getting dinged because of the coordinators.
Well, I'll tell you why they dinged them. Another reason is Goff was 12.
Yeah.
Yeah, makes sense.
So.
The interesting thing here is this ain't far off of what an actual power rankings is probably going to be heading into week 1, is it not?
Let me just see the rest of the division. They had Minnesota at 11.
Okay.
Coaching 5 is the big one. They had McCarthy at 20.
Yeah. I mean, we haven't seen him throw a pass. Except for preseason.
Yeah. No, I agree.
mean, my guess is, but now the Chargers have injuries, so I don't know if they would be in the top 10 over a team like Denver in terms of the here and now.
Yeah,
I mean maybe the Rams, but again, with Matthew Stafford just disappearing,
into an
practicing in air quotes before he goes into an airstream for the entire practice.
Chargers are down.
Yeah, their roster is
not good.
It's older.
Are they
Holy
down?
cow. I am still scrolling.
Are you sure you didn't just miss them?
Yeah, I missed them. So vision
Chewy
and
got
hearing,
to 32.
Vision and hearing is what's killing me.
It's just
What
tough.
were they actually
28th in vision, 32nd hearing. You want me to go find them? Hey.
I mean,
talk amongst yourselves. Bears tied for 18.
The Chargers are 12th, and the time it took you to find them.
All right, let's go to break. What? See, if I just ended it when you guys were done, we'd have probably been a solid move. Anticipation, I'm like 23.
I had enough time to pop open my phone.
Will you leave me alone?
That's for the next 4 minutes. He's going to leave you alone, and then we'll see what happens in the final couple minutes of this show. Doesn't matter what age you are. Low testosterone can be an issue with any guy. I've been telling you about mentality for years. You know how much it's helped me. I've talked about, are you tired, groggy, just don't feel like yourself, don't have that energy that you once did? Maybe you were like me, thought it was part of the aging process, but it doesn't have to be. Those are all signs of low testosterone, and it can be a fixable problem with mentality. You book an appointment, lowtusa.com. You go through their process, get a blood panel done, and if your testosterone levels are low, then you get to work with mentality, and it's a customized testosterone treatment plan just for you. They make sure that your dosages and everything is right to get your levels where they need to be. Then every 12 to 13 weeks, you go back, get a blood panel done again, just to make sure that you're maintaining and you're exactly where you should be. It's not one size fits all, but they are going to make sure that you are taken care of and your testosterone levels and you feel the way you should. Go to lowtusa.com. Mentality allows treatment to fit into every guy's lifestyle. Find out more about Mentality and their low testosterone treatments. lowtusa.com.
Jen, Gabe, and Chewy continues next on 94.5 ESPN. On this show, it's always football season.
Now, the great thing is it's preseason 1. You get a joint scrimmage that you get to get some work in down in Indy, and you get to play in another game that will flush this.
Wilde and Tausch, presented by Pella Windows and Doors of Wisconsin.
Because I can promise you, you go out and play well in Indy this week. It won't be forgotten, but it'll be in the distant rearview mirror of what this season's going to look like.
Weekdays from 9 to noon on 94.5 ESPN, ESPN Milwaukee's YouTube channel, and the ESPN Wisconsin app.
It's Jen Latta from Jen, Gabe, and Chewy. For me and my family, finding the perfect home is a journey, but we don't walk it alone. With the We Sell Group, Rob and Nick aren't just real estate agents, they're part of our family's team. They bring us options, perspective, and peace of mind. While they navigate the market, I can stay focused on all that life has in store. Because at the We Sell Group, it's not just about the home, it's about the people and the path it takes to get there. The We Sell Group, more than agents, part of your journey. Get started with Rob and Nick at wesell.kw.com.
It's Jason Wilde from Wilde & Tausch. Upgrade your industrial supply services with Lakeland Supply, your trusted ISO-certified partner for custom packaging, shipping supplies, janitorial, and safety supply solutions. With over 40 years of industry excellence, Lakeland Supply is a proven one-stop source with over 95% of their products made in the U.S., and they treat their customers like family. Personalized service with a national reach. That's what Lakeland Supply does. Visit lakelandsupply.com to discover how they can make your business better.
Thinking about buying or building a new home? Start with a mortgage pre-approval from Great Midwest Bank and experience a state of tranquility. At Great Midwest Bank, we offer fast approvals and flexible options with experienced loan officers who understand the local market, because they live here too. Whether you're breaking ground for new construction or buying that dream home just around the corner, we'll guide you every step of the way. Bank with confidence and start your journey at greatmidwestbank.com. Great Midwest Bank, your simply local equal housing lender.
Hey Milwaukee baseball fans, it's Saz. Hoping you'll make Saz's State House your MVP pregame spot. Skip the parking hassle, grab a rack of award-winning ribs, one of our festival famous apps, or a sizzling smash burger. Then hop on our free shuttle to the ballpark. It's the ultimate game day upgrade. Rally with your crew and ride with us. It's Milwaukee's favorite way to play ball. Saz's State House on 5050 State, a Milwaukee tradition since 1976. Free shuttle service for all home games. The finest.
Hey, this is Mike from Infinity Exteriors. Buying a roof, siding, or windows can feel overwhelming. Hidden costs, confusing contracts. We don't play that game. We educate you so you can decide. And when you know the facts, Infinity Exteriors is the clear choice. Since 1997, we've installed peace of mind with no surprise upcharges, flexible budgets, and immediate financing. Infinity Exteriors, saving our communities from unscrupulous contractors. Visit infinityexteriors.com.
James Imaging Systems, your local business technology partner. When Tri-City National Bank decided to optimize their print output strategy, they needed a resource with the expertise to recommend a solution. CIO Robert Prang.
And James helped us with that analysis of what our print consumption was and what we were doing.
The outcome of the James Imaging Systems Managed Print Services recommendation?
We ended up reducing down to about 97 total printers and copiers from 197.
The impact on your print output?
We eliminated over 500,000 pages a month of output that we figured out we really didn't need.
Month after month, that adds up to savings and value.
Oh, tons of value. Those numbers add up even when it's only a penny or so per page.
Managed Print Services from James Imaging Systems. AI-driven workflow automation, security enhancements, and digital transformation. To learn more, visit jamesimaging.com.
You're listening to Jen, Gabe, and Chewy.
Where else can you get football analysis that includes things like dropsies and pixies and interceptsies and flowy? It's flowy. The offense needs to be more flowy.
On 94.5 ESPN.
One poll in the field today for Infinity Exteriors poll. Jen, Gabe, Chewy on Twitter. Does everybody complain about their job? What do you think?
74
is yes or no?
Is yes.
81.5% is yes.
Okay.
You got 19% that are liars.
Well, you're welcome for today. You because you guys came in all miserable and bubbles here. Brought your game up.
Why would I come in miserable?
Because you said you didn't sleep good last night.
No, I said I'm just a little tired, but I didn't know why. Because I slept well last night.
No, I don't think you said that. Well, 32. Maybe he did.
How often do you think we say things and Chewy takes the exact opposite from what we said?
Oh, it's 3-4 times a week. At this point, it's 3 to 4 times a week.
I can't believe. I mean, I just must turn off my ears.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, because again, I made the first statement. I'm like, man, I'm a little tired today. And then I followed up with, and I don't know why, because I slept well last night. Because the Brewer game, I went to the Brewer game last night. It was a 2-hour and 20-minute game. Like, yeah. I was out of there by 9. I was home by 9:20.
Okay. That was 2 hours of sleep in already. That's why I'm bubbles. Tiny bubbles.
Brewers.
Can't promise the same thing tomorrow.
All right. Well, Brewers are going for 11.
All right.
Going for 11
Brewers.
against Skeens tonight. We'll update you on that tomorrow. We'll be in touch. Coming up next.
Travel times are improving a bit, but we are still seeing some significant slowdowns across